generation, I was waiting to shine. My father taught me don't be soft, so now I'm taking what's mine.
All right, much appreciated, Coach, as we welcome all of you to our exclusive coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Carolina Panthers and the Atlanta Falcons. Two teams here, each off to 1-0 starts as this one is underway on EA Sports. That's fielded in the end zone. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. Carry for Christian McCaffrey. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Pistol, McCaffrey, and he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, it's nothing but room to run.
From the gun on 3rd down, Jackson looks to throw, fires right side, and that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. And this will be taken at the 13.
First and 10 at their own 13-yard line.
Ryan will bring the Falcons up now 1st and 10 at their own 13. They'll run for the first time with Devontae Freeman. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13.
Ready? We're ready. 54 Mike. It's coming this way, Here we go.
Now Ryan going to give it to Freeman. And he'll find some room to get this up to about the 14. They'll get 4 on 2nd down, but it leaves them with 3rd and still 9 to go.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the 2nd level.
The Panthers turn to their nickel set here as they get ready for 3rd down.
Gun.
Switch. And 25 to Mike. We got 25 to Mike. Here we go. And 25 to Mike. We got 25 to Mike.
Hey, check.
From the gun, it's Ryan. Pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line.
It always helps for a visiting team to come in and set the tone on defense. In fact, when we talked with them prior to the game, they said they wanted this home crowd to feel like they had to hide their valuables when they were in town.
Well, the home crowd quiet now early. See if their offense can take over and get some points on the board. So a short drop, but he's able to get it out, and this is a good kick. And this will be down just inside the 30-yard line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And the last drive, their first drive, 3 and out. What changes here, if anything?
I think it's making sure the guys that you trust the most with the ball, the biggest playmakers you have, that they touch it on this possession to try and get things moving.
So get it to the horses.
Without a doubt. They're the ones that typically end up in the end zone.
A really nice gain of 25 yards. From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 46. To throw is Jackson. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And it'll be intercepted. Ricardo Allen with a pick. Past the 10 to the 11-yard line, and that's where the return stops.
When you're in man coverage, you have help over the top, you become a much more confident defender. Trail the receiver and know that someone over the top can make a play, and that's exactly what happened here. The free safety coming up with the interception.
The drive will start with a carry by Devontae Freeman. And he'll get this one up to about his 14. The former LSU Tiger Dante Jackson on the stop.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On 2nd down, it's Freeman looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. Out on the edge, you love to have cornerbacks like that can bring them down in the run game.
And you're also exposed to everyone. It really becomes a one-on-one play, doesn't it? You're out there by yourself on the edge. The best ones know how to make the play, and we just saw an example of it right there.
At 25 the mic. We're going. Go, go, go. At 25 the mic. We're going. 25 the mic.
25.
On 3rd down, Ryan. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Tavon Young. And he will score. Touchdown, Panthers. Graham Gano on for the extra point. And this will be good to give the Panthers a 7-0 lead. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. It's been an awfully slow start for them. This is their 3rd possession. They don't have a first down yet.
So that means they have to change up what they're doing, and for some teams, it's a change in tempo, usually moving it to more up-tempo type of an offense, just to try and change their fortunes right now. What they've been doing so far isn't working. Maybe they'll do that.
25.
At the 47-yard line.
Watch the out. Watch the out. Joker, Joker. Joker, Joker.
Freeman again, a first down carry. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
2nd and 10. the Panthers' 48-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Hey, we heavy on the edges, heavy on the edges. Tight dog, tight dog,
Now the first carry for Brian Hill. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. It's a first down on a gain of 10. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Back now in Atlanta, 2nd quarter action. The Falcons with the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10.
Check three. Watch twist. Check three.
First down, and it's Hill again. And after the good gain last play, this time they say, as he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Right there. 54 Mike. Here we go.
On 2nd down, it's Hill. Down the numbers. There he goes. Touchdown, Falcons. Brian Hill, his first touchdown of the new season, as they are now on the board here in the first half. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one, because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
That's it, baby. We got
Panthers take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first 2 drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now. And I'm going to take it into the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right? Find a matchup, create it, exploit it, and try and move the football. Well, I guess we just discovered that someone is certainly not going to sit back and just take it in this game, huh?
No, they were trying to get that touchdown back in one shot.
One shot, trying to help out his defense and let the other team know they were coming after him.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Here's Jackson. Going to throw again. Steps away to his left. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5.
Get him, boy.
5 yards on the play. And it's 3rd down.
Come on, set. Hey, hold on. Echo. Check 13. Hey, check back.
Jackson now from the gun on 3rd down. Got his target, Samuel. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. Curtis Samuel, 76 yards. And the Panthers have taken the lead. Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a 2nd one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdown scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. And then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They trail a one-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up 1st and 10. Now Ito Smith. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. And now we'll get a stoppage here. There appears to be an injured Falcon on the field. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. The rush defense stout on 1st down. Here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Here's Ryan. And he will find Ridley. That's complete. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards. This is Freeman on 1st and 10. And Freeman lost the football, but the Falcons were able to recover, so they will keep possession. So it goes as a fumble, but the key thing, not a fumble loss.
Yeah, that stat's big, isn't it? I mean, I remember watching teams play. The ball might be on the ground a number of times during the game, but the other team doesn't get it. That's a huge difference in the ball game. And in this case, they were able to retain possession.
They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
They'll try and run for it with Hill. And he's got the 1st down before being taken down at the 46. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going. Play action. It's Ryan. Sliding out of the pocket. That is incomplete.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Mike's 54. Mike's 54. Space. Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4. 21. You're not ready. You're not ready. Right there, 54, right there. 54, Mike. Ricky.
To throw again, Ryan. And his throw here's incomplete. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better, got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They've got to find a way to bring those two elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
The Falcons on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10.
Got. Motion to the backfield.
Hey, 25 to Mike. We're going 25 to Mike.
Who that?
They snap it at 1. Now Ryan. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 46. That's a corner that got in there for the sack. Dante Jackson. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the 2nd quarter. 14-7. A reminder coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in his second week of the regular season. The punter Bosher on now as he gets this one away. .31 yards on the punt there. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10.
First and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. The drive begins with a run by McCaffrey. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Earlier this half, you were wondering how the defense was going to handle him defensively. Were they going to bottle him up at different levels, so to speak, is what you said. What have you seen so far?
Well, I think they've been absolutely terrific because it feels like on every play, if we were watching this in the film room, when you clicked off the film or stopped it, you would see 11 shirts of that same color right there in the frame trying to tackle him. That's what you're looking for.
On 2nd and 9, Jackson, he's going to rifle one deep left side. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. From the gun, Jackson. And able to find Conley. It's a Panthers first down, 17 yards on the play.
It's a gain of 17 yards. First down, Carolina.
Man, I got you.
They go play action now. Jackson. He's going to go deep for Conley. It's caught inside the 25. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. To throw again is Jackson. Going to throw deep for the end zone. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down.
I'm going to need some help with this one. How did he miss it? Wide open in the end zone. He's not hurried. He's not hit. And somehow, incomplete?
Yeah.
What happened?
During film study, that's one where he's just going to shake his head, not be able to believe it.
6 points go by the wayside on that one.
A little too much extracurricular there.
When you have a game with a lot of contact, tensions are going to run pretty high. You're going to be emotional, but you have to harness it somehow, and he didn't on that play.
I'm here all day. Strong line. All right, T, let's go. All right, T. Mike, check. 59.
Jackson will throw again. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
When you got your backs in the shadow of your goal line, you've got to be physical in that situation because there's not a whole lot of space, not a lot of wild plays that can be run there.
It's put up or shut up time. Defensively, nice job just to make sure they didn't complete it on that play. Met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Call it no gain that time, and now it's 3rd and goal. Final play of the half here. It's Jackson to the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. That'll be taken in the end zone. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Now it's Ryan. And he can't escape the pressure. Ryan goes down. Calais Campbell finding his way home for the sack.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Gun. Hey, 25 the mic. We'll go 25 the mic. Check. Hey, Echo. Do what he said.
No run call here. They'll look to throw instead. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off it. Oh, now it's free. Hill fumbled it. And I think they are going to get this one back. Well, that would have been something. Double turnovers. But instead, they'll keep the possession on the INT. So the turnover forced, and a wonderful job on a big return.
And how about the convoy that got created to help him get all the way back upfield? I mean, that's the part that people miss on. That's practice. That's worked on. It doesn't just happen in a game and everyone rallies. They discuss it prior to, and everyone knows their role when they create a turnover like that.
Jackson, options out left. Stepping up, he's going to... And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. Tyree Jackson with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Panthers use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Gano the extra point, and it's now 21-7. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he'd taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Off the play fake to Freeman. It's Ryan. Airing it out, looking for... He's got a man. Complete. And he takes it all the way down to the 32. It's a big play there for Atlanta. 48 yards. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Out of the gun, it's Ryan. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass.
We'll go 25 to Mike. Hey, exit. Hey, 25 to Mike. We'll go 25 to Mike. Hey, South. Hey, 25 to Mike. We'll go 25 to Mike. Get up. Exit. Hey, 25 to Mike. We'll go 25.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Ryan. And that one was nearly picked. Not sure he was accounting for the free safety. That brings up 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions. 3rd down here in 10, but you're still in field goal range.
And that's the thing to keep in mind. They're in field goal range. So now you don't take any unnecessary risks, but you try and find a way to get back to what you were doing earlier in the drive in order to finish this one off.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. But hang on, a flag is down. Now, if it's on the defense, they might decline it and take the points. The roughing the kicker called on 4th down. What a big break. Leads to a 1st and 10. On the carry, it's Olison. And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down.
Luke Kuechly combines speed, intelligence, toughness, puts it all together. It makes plays like one we just saw there. He may not be a big-time blitzer, but, boy, he knows how to pursue straight ahead and make plays in the run game.
Staying on the ground with Olison. They'll get forward for 3 down to the 16-yard line.
When we talk about Luke Kuechly, you can't talk about his overall game without talking about his intelligence and how he controls the whole defense. He quarterbacks that defense, and at times will actually make checks, just like a quarterback would on offense to get them into the right defense. They definitely were on that play. How about that finish, holding that to a minimal gain.
To throw on 3rd down. Ryan, rush coming, and he's taken down. Matt Judon in there to get him for a loss of 9 yards, and that also leads to 4th down. Now Jason Sanders for the field goal try. From the left hash, it's a 42-yard attempt. Sanders' kick is good, and that will get the disadvantage now back down to 11. So the scoring drive encompasses 9 plays, and the net result, 3 points.
Take your disappointment and put it aside. 9 plays, yeah, they want to end up in the end zone with a touchdown. I get that. But sometimes those 9-play drives pay dividends later with another 9-play drive that culminates in a touchdown when they wear down a defense.
The Panthers take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Here's a run on 1st down that doesn't accomplish anything. In fact, he's going to be tackled behind the line for a loss of 1. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11.
At the 18-yard line.
45 to Mike. 45 to Mike.
From the gun, it's Jackson. And they've got the hook up. This is Olsen. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
It'll be a gain of 4, and that'll make it second down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
On second down, McCaffrey. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Tackle made by the second-round pick, Isaiah Oliver. This defense could use a few more plays like that right now.
It certainly could, but think about it from an offense's perspective right now. They've got a lead, but they don't want to throttle down too much and stall themselves. Still want to move at a nice pace.
And Jackson cannot get away, and he'll go down. Grady Jarrett with a big-time sack on third down. It's a loss of 7. Here's Michael Pilardi now, as he'll kick it away for the second time. Back now here on EA Sports, as we're about ready to rock and roll for the fourth and final quarter. And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score.
20. SOS. Check. Watch the shot. Ready, set.
Going again on the ground here with Hill. Hill's hit, and he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Panthers. And they're going to be set up in the red zone right around the 17-yard line.
Brandon, I don't want to violate any of our broadcasting rules by declaring a game over before it's over. But that one, that puts them in real jeopardy there.
Absolutely. It was a two-possession game. It is a two-possession game at this stage in the fourth. They needed points out of that drive.
And obviously now, no chance at all to get those points that they so desperately needed.
After the fumble recovery, it's Jackson. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. It's a pickup of 5. Brings up second down. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. This will be caught at about the 6. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. 11 yards there. First down.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
2 of their 3 red zone trips so far, they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. Oh, how about this call down near the goal line? And he takes it into the end zone for a Panthers touchdown. Taking it in from a yard out. And the Panthers use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Extra point try good by Gano. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That'll be taken in the end zone. and he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right.
Like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
Ryan now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Now Olsen, and he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down. After seeing that, maybe time to go back to some downfield throws here.
Yeah, anything. Change it up, because the teams that win, the best teams, they're the ones that make adjustments. Doesn't mean you can't come back to what you thought you could get done. Sometimes when you open things up a little bit, you can get back to what you wanted to do before.
Ryan gets it to his tight end, Hooper, and he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards.
Almost not fair. The big guy running the corner route, being able to lean and push and get to where he wants.
So how do you stop it?
A lot of times you want to have a linebacker on him, a bigger body guy who can handle it physically, but a lot of times that doesn't work as well because his quickness often wins the route.
A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. Maybe anticipating a blitz, and they jumped.
Yeah, and if we saw it, you know that they saw it. The bad guys might have been coming on that play. Had to pick them up, and they jumped.
Now after the false start, here's 2nd and 7.
Mike, check.
54, stop.
59. Record.
Ready to go. Mike is 52.
Ryan. Airing it out, looking for Ridley. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. And they will elect to decline the penalty.
Everything turned out the way they wanted it to. No sense in even having to take that one. Hence the decline.
The Falcons on 3rd down. They've had their troubles. Just 1 for 6. This is 3rd and 7.
59's Mike. 59's Mike. Check. 59. I'm coming. Mike's 5'9".
25 tonight. 25 tonight.
Here's Ryan. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked by Ronnie Harrison. And now running right through it.
Partner's bad enough when you just can't hold on to the football. But when your quarterback's throwing it to the other team, that's 3 interceptions now, 4 turnovers for the game. You really have no chance to win the football game.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
It's just me and you.
After the interception, here's Jackson. He's going to take a shot right away for the end. And he fires one that's intercepted. Ricardo Allen with a pick. And he will bring it out past the 20-yard line. So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. They'll start the drive with Olsen, and he'll get this one up to the 26. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Defenses always talk about earning the right to rush the passer on 3rd down. And you know what offenses want? Win 1st down so they can set things up for themselves better.
And that wasn't helpful there. Not a big impact on 1st down. He'll have a 1st down past the 40. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. That one good for 26 and a 1st down.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
Now Ryan on first down. Now a desperation throw deep downfield, and that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost. That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get him into a manageable third down because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
They'll need to get this to the 38. That's where the first down marker is here on third.
20. Mike's 54. Mike's 54.
Think you gonna get this, boy? You think you gonna get this? You think you gonna get this?
Mike's 5'4", Mike's 5'4", Mike's 5'4".
Now Ryan. Got a man, it's complete. Williams. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. That'll go as a pickup of 8. Here's Olison. And this one's going to go the wrong way, losing yardage back at the 42. That's going to go as a loss of 6, and it'll set them back for second down. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
He wasn't ready.
Mike 25.
Check. Watch 54. Let's go, D. Jam.
Now a handoff looking right. He'll be stopped at the 35, but not before he picks up 7 yards.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. So this one is over. A victory for Carolina. And it was their defense that led the way, allowing just 3 points, that lone field goal in the entire second half.
And remember the old adage, offense sells tickets. Defense does what?
Wins championships.
And in this game, maybe a championship wasn't won, but a game was by the defense, right? Held them to just a field goal. That's a heck of a job. I mean, when they went out there with that determination and a pretty good game plan, pretty good idea of what they wanted to accomplish, just love the execution, love the tenacity, love the way they finished.
So for the Panthers, it's a dream start. 2 wins in 2 early road games. And they'll get another road date next week as their opponents will be the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Meanwhile, for the Falcons, they'll fall to 1-1. And they'll try to turn things around next week as they have a matchup in New Orleans against the Saints. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll